Hello everybody, I'm Sanji and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time checking me out, thank you so much. I appreciate your stopping by. For my new subscribers and those subscribers that have been here for quite a while, I just want to extend a personal thank you so much. I definitely appreciate your support. I understand that there are many YouTubers out there doing their thing, and the fact that you chose to sign on to make sure that you keep track and keep up with what I post means a lot to me. So thank you one and all. I appreciate you so much. If you are new here, let me give you the ropes of what happens. I typically tell you what the topic of the video is. I encourage you to test your knowledge about astrology and all things sun sign, Venus signs, whatever you may know, and apply that to the subject matter, okay? So I give you the suggestion, I give you the topic, you make your guesses by pausing the video, going down to the comment section below, writing your guesses, and then resuming to see if you were correct or not. Okay, so you got that part. Let's get on with the video. One small additional bit of business. Anything that you want to know, any other additional services that I provide, energy readings, life coaching, some tarot, depends on what it is you're looking for. Some different life answers, some conversations with Sanji. That's also going to be a new topic, a new service that is coming up as well. It's going to be listed on the website. So if you're interested in any of those things, just hit the description box, hit that little small arrow. Things will drop down, the links and everything you need. And my website is www.sanji.com. Alrighty, so now, for real, the business is really out of the way. All right, let's get on with today's video. All right, so the video is the 3 zodiac signs who are the perfect soulmate matchup for sun sign Aquarius. Aquarius. Baby, listen. Do you think you know, are you an Aquarian? Do you think you know which sun signs match best for you? Do you have an idea? If you think that you know, and you can go cold off the cuff, pause the video here, go down, scroll down to the comment section, write who you think those 3 sun signs are, and then come back, skip forward, and you can see when I give you the answer to those 3 zodiac signs. If that's not you, and you feel like you need a few hints as to what the parameters are about Aquarius and what I used as a guide for how I made my selection, listen up. Okay, here's the thing. Aquarians are one of the most independent, intellectual, and unique signs in the zodiac. They are our individuals. Listen, Aquarians have no problem marching to the beat of their own drum. They're going to. You can come along if you want to. If you don't want to, Aquarius doesn't care. They're marching right along. So that's kind of what I love about Aquarius, because they really don't need a whole lot of crowd support to get them going in what they believe in. They believe it. That's it. That's how it's going to be until they decide to change their mind. It's not going to be you, okay? You can give them some really good information to ponder, but Aquarius is going to do what Aquarius wants to do. All right? So please know that now and save yourself some grief, okay? All right. Moving along. Now, it takes a special kind of a person to be an Aquarius soulmate, all right? Special kinds of person here. So here's something to think about. They also don't like labels. A lot of Aquarians, you know, they're not into labels. They play by their own rules. If it seems right to them, that's the only person that they care that it seems right to is themselves, right? And Aquarians typically won't let anyone hold them down or hold them back from something they want to accomplish, which is also a very good thing. Very determined. Remember, determined, driven into their own thing, independent, okay? All righty, so The Aquarian type of person doesn't actively seek romance either, not necessarily. Now, that does not mean that the Aquarian isn't romantic. Quite the contrary. What I said was that they don't actively seek it. Okay? Got that part? Now, there are 3 zodiac signs that, given all of that, their independent nature, their need to not exactly attach themselves to anything, they're free spirits, they're esoteric thinkers, they're great communicators. Who do you think those 3 sun signs are that would make the best soulmate matchup for sun sign Aquarius? You think you know? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly who they are right after this. Okay, coming in at number 1, the number 1 best soulmate matchup for sun sign Aquarius is none other than sun sign Gemini. That's right. Anybody with a birthday May 21st to June 20th is sun sign Gemini. And you came in at number 1, the best possible soulmate matchup for sun sign Aquarius. Here's the deal about Gemini and Aquarius. So Gemini and Aquarius make a naturally compatible zodiac pair because they're both intellectual air signs, okay? Now, like Aquarius, Gemini has a thirst for knowledge that often appears to be unquenchable. You know, the more they know, the more they want to know, which the Aquarian will appreciate about the Gemini because, of course, Aquarians want to know what you're thinking, what led to that line of thinking, and they also want to go deeper. So that means more knowledge, a thirst for knowledge on both sides to exchange that type of information. Aquarius, on the other hand, however, has the ability to focus the Gemini's relentless energy into a refined cause, because a Gemini just wants to know more, and then they want to know what's over here, and that leads there, and it's like a rabbit hole for them. They just keep acquiring information, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it all goes under the same umbrella. The Aquarian is going to pull the Gemini in and focus them to that specific topic, and together they'll delve deeper, which will cause the Gemini to focus more and be less haphazard, which they're known to, you know, that behavior of starting things but not quite finishing them. And it's not because they don't want to, it's because in their quest for knowledge and knowing more, they learn something new, and then it takes them over here, and then the next thing takes them over there, and before you know it, they're 20 paces away from where they actually started. So, according to astrologers, okay, the many sides of Gemini, however, will satisfy Aquarius in a way that the other signs cannot. See, this matchup is blessed by the stars because with so many versions of Gemini and their possibilities because of their personalities that the Aquarius has to choose from, the Aquarian won't feel the need to look elsewhere for additional social stimulation because it's all in Gemini. Gemini, I'm every woman, baby. It's all in me. So, I guess you could say that for the males too. Alrighty, so the Gemini is constantly multifaceted. So there are a lot of different levels to Gemini, a lot of different interests, a lot of different ways and directions that they're going in, and their mind's always going. So for the Aquarian, that is just a natural stimulation that's going to keep them curious, keep them interested, and wanting to know more. Besides the fact that the Aquarian will consider the Gemini a challenge because they never stick to anything. So the Aquarian is going to want to see what's that like. What's it like to actually get the Gemini to hunker down and focus on one thing and get her done. And because of that, because you have the drive, and because Gemini will never be tired of the different learning and the facets and the championing of the underdog that the Aquarian is so proud and so good at, and the fact that they can just do their own thing, and there's such an energy about it that these two will just connect and stay connected. The drawback about Gemini and Aquarian is that they can sometimes lose patience with the relationship before they actually develop the foundation. You know, the Gemini will flit away and the Aquarius will be like, well, you know, I'm not chasing nobody, forget that. So they kind of lose the connection. But if these two can actually stick it out, get past the initial get to know you phase, makes a fantastic pairing. And that is why I chose Gemini as the #1 soulmate for sun sign Aquarius. Coming in at #2, the best possible soulmate matchup for sun sign Aquarius is none other than sun sign Sagittarius. That's right, anybody with a birthday November 22nd to December 21st, you are sun sign Sagittarius, and you came in at #2 as the best possible soulmate matchup for sun sign Aquarius. Here's why. Now, when Aquarius and Sagittarius, they make a great match because you're both committed to freedom. So you like that about each other. Neither one of you is necessarily going to be down the other's throat or on the other's back about when are we going to be committed, because that's not really a conversation you just necessarily want to have. You know, you guys are good going with the flow on both ends. So you're not going to bring that tense situation into the fun time that you're having because you really don't see it as necessary. Now, like Aquarius, Sagittarius is very independent. So the fact that Aquarius likes to go off and do their own thing works perfectly for Sagittarius because, baby, they go off doing their thing too. Alrighty. Now, there's a mutual understanding between these two signs when Sagittarius decides to go on a spontaneous adventure alone, or when Aquarius needs their reclusive time to ponder the meaning of the universe. It's perfectly fine. They're not going to get in each other's feelings, especially if they've already established the communication that, hey, I don't really need a lot of that from you or from anybody in a relationship. So, you know, that mutual thing of we're still together, but we know how to separate from each other and recharge and get our own needs met and then come back together works perfectly for the two of you. Now, Aquarius and Sagittarius might not be the most emotional pair with each other, okay? But they're both philosophers. They're very philosophical at heart, and their intellectual connection will be unrivaled. The Sagittarius' constant quest and yearning for more knowledge will feed Aquarius's constant need to know more and to explore more and to diversify and ask questions and open up options. So the conversations between the two of these sun signs will be so stimulating on both parts. Each one will get something as equally satisfying as their mate. Now, when these two get together, they'll finally be with a partner who truly appreciates their uniqueness. The more unique you are, the more you will appeal to the Aquarian. They like the person that kind of operates outside the box. And we know Sagittarians do their own thing just because that's who they are. And you just kind of take it or leave it with Sagittarius. So with that energy, that actually is going to attract the Aquarian quite naturally. And so when the two get together, two independent people that are just here for not necessarily a long time, but a good time for sure, that's exactly what manifests between the two of them. And because it's so natural and so easy and free flowing between them, that is why I chose Sagittarius as the #2 best possible soulmate for sun sign Aquarius. And coming in at #3, the #3 best possible soulmate matchup for sun sign Aquarius is none other than sun sign Aquarius. That's right. Anybody with a birthday January 20th to February 18th is sun sign Aquarius. And you came in at #3 as the best possible soulmate matchup for sun sign Aquarius. Here's the thing. Not every zodiac sign is a perfect match with its same kind. It doesn't work that way. You would think, oh, well, let's just put two Geminis together. That's a recipe for chaos sometimes. So not everyone can pair off well with their like sign, okay? But an Aquarius with an Aquarius pairing can work. Here's the thing. According to astrologers, the Aquarian trait that makes this possible is their uniqueness. So although you have two Aquarians in this relationship, they're each very individualistic. So that doesn't mean that this Aquarian is going to be cookie cut just like that one. No, not the case at all. This Aquarian is going to be into what this Aquarian is into. And this Aquarian over here, same thing. They're going to be into what they're into. What attracts each other is the ability for the opposite Aquarian to be their own individual. They will each dig that about each other, okay? No Aquarius is like the other. So no matter what, this twin coupling of the two signs will have enough differences between them to keep the relationship from becoming stagnant. Because again, this Aquarian is going to be championing what this Aquarian is into, and this one over here is definitely going to be doing the like thing, championing what they're championing, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the same thing that their Aquarian counterpart is into. You get me? Okay, let's keep going. Now, what's the most important and rewarding in this relationship pairing is that both partners will have an understanding of each other's lifelong commitment to their own individuality. There will be just a mutual respect and admiration for that. And they will also respect the other person's need for freedom. They will get it. They won't get in their feelings, neither nor the other, because they get that separation to do their own thing is a necessary component for the Aquarian sun sign, okay? They'll also have a partner who's just as passionate about changing the world as they are. So whatever that is that they are championing, they will understand that their partner is fully invested in it, and they will respect that, and they will do what they can to support it without necessarily becoming that person and morphing into it. So the chances of the two Aquarians morphing into this one really doesn't happen for a very long period of time together. But typically they remain individuals, yet find the commonality between the respect and the admiration and the great communication skills that they will have with each other that makes it a long-lasting pairing. And that is why I chose Aquarius as the number 3 best soulmate matchup for sun sign Aquarius. Okay, so there you have it. Those are the 3 best soulmate matchups for sun sign Aquarius. Did you get them right? Did you get any of them right? Remember that Aquarius is a very individualistic sun sign. Doesn't mean that they're not sociable. They are very social people. They just have their own ideas, and you know, they make up their own mind about things. But that's the beauty of an Aquarius to me. They're not going to be your typical followers. No, they're usually the ones leading the pack, and you know, I'm all about that. I like that very much. So let me know who you thought were the 3 best matchups for sun sign Aquarius, and leave it in the comment section below. Also, feel free to join me on my social media, Instagram or Twitter at Sanji. Again, that's in the description box below. So check it out for that and any other information you might be interested in learning. Alrighty, so that's it. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the bell. And don't be afraid to tell a friend about the channel. You know, we have a good time over here. We're learning stuff. You know, you guys are good. In the meantime, until I come back with another video, take care of each other. I'll see you in the comments section. I'm Sanji. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.